Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is May. I'm not quite done with board game stuff on Tabletop Simulator. I thought I was pretty close to being done, but not quite, because thanks to joining the TTS Save Trading Discord, I was able to snag a couple of their games that have been removed from the workshop for various reasons. And there were a couple ones that I was interested in. Starting with The Seventh Continent, which is a game that I had heard about a while back. It seemed very intriguing, but it's like, it's again, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know if I would like this or not. I mean, maybe I would love it, maybe I wouldn't. It's really just a big question mark. And it's not like, you know, it's not like one of these super crazy, it's not like Madara or Kingdom Death or something like that. It's only a $60 game. But you know, it's just like there's no demos of board games. You know, you either buy it or you don't. But thanks to TTS, we can do a little bit of demoing. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. Seventh Continent. This is a co-op game or solo, obviously. And it's a sort of an adventure exploration themed game in which you are charting your way across this unexplored map. And you're trying to survive, and you are cursed, I guess. You have a curse put on you, and your goal is to survive long enough to break the curse while exploring this this island, I guess. This uncharted island. So I have not even played a single turn of this yet. Ordinarily, I guess I would like play a handful of turns and just see it so I can learn how to play properly, but it doesn't seem especially complicated. It's weighted 2.87, so it's not a heavy game. I skimmed through the rules. It all seems pretty basic. So we're all set with the sort of recommended starting scenario. There's a whole cast of characters you can pick from. I don't know which one of these is, I don't know which one of these are in the base game. We get sort of a 7 of them. Oh no, 11 character cards are in the base game, which I guess that's pretty much what you got here. So you have Howard B. Lovecraft. Oh, Howard P. Lovecraft, I'm sorry. I thought they might change it slightly, but no, it's H.P. Lovecraft. Sort of a ghastly portrait of him there. Yeah. So yeah. Well, all right. Well, anyways, I picked Ferdinand Lachapelier, a French explorer. You can see they each have sort of this starting ability. I guess he's meant to be a bit stealthier. I don't know. So each character comes with this card with a little bit of backstory. And then they also come with 5 special skill cards. And so how the game works is basically you do one action at a time. If you're playing with other people, you'd each do an action, and then the round would reset. But for just us, it's just one action at a time, one after another. Because that's the turn sequence, is literally just pick an active player, check if there's any other characters involved in what you're doing, and then taking an action, and then starting over. So yeah, for us, it's just action, 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 action. Here is our map. We started on this basic tile. And whenever you see these like orange icons, you're going to put one of these unexplored cards here, which you can flip as an action. These are not terrain cards. These are other types of cards. These might be events or items or things like that, but they generally spawn a new terrain along with it. So you can continue to build the map as you go. And so the primary thing with actions is this sort of skill mechanism, is the resolution mechanism. So like this right here, this is an action you can do. This white box just means like what type of action it is. So some cards, if they have this symbol and you like if you have like a map item, you could expend the map item to give you a bonus. But otherwise, the blue thing means you're going to draw one or more cards. One or more action cards, which is this deck here of 45. You're going to draw one or more, and the yellow stars means that's how many successes you need to get on it. So if we look at HP Lovecraft's skill deck here, you can see that his cards all have these stars in the lower left. Sometimes it's like a full star, and you'll see a lot of times it's actually cut off. That's done on purpose. Because when you're counting up stars, you count up all the full stars, and if you have half stars, you can combine them. It's not gonna, hold on. You can combine them, and this would be 3 full stars. But you can only combine them if they are drawn like right next to one another. I don't think you can shift them around. Hold on. Trying to remember where it said that. Yeah, I don't remember. Action resolution, probably. Yeah, there you go. You may freely combine any half stars visible on the revealed cards as long as both cards are facing the same way. Oh no, I guess you can shift them around as long as they're facing the same way. Right, so you can't like say, oh yeah, that's I got 2 half stars, there you go. So, but that, as long as you can do that somehow, you're good. Okay, so yeah, so that would be 3 successes. So you can see all these that I can do only require 0. So if it's a 0 card or more, that means you don't have to draw any cards to get 0 successes, so you're fine. You can just do this as an action. But like this one down here, you have to draw at least 1 card. Even though you don't need any successes, you have to draw at least 1. And you don't really want to draw because you have this 45 card deck. Once that's out, it gets reshuffled. And at that point, you can still continue to use it. But if you draw a curse card, of which there's 5 in there, you instantly lose. So basically, this represents like your health, your life. You're going to be spending these cards. You're going to be drawing them as part of these actions. But you don't want to draw many. You want to draw the bare minimum, basically, for each action, generally, so that you can do more actions throughout the game without insta-dying. But you do need to draw a certain number to get a certain number of successes. And there's this nice handy chart with a goat, for some reason, that shows you your percentage chances based on how many successes you need and how many cards you draw. So this is just the basic 35 cards that are thrown in there, plus your character's 5 specific skill cards. And it doesn't take into account any other, like, special circumstances or special cards you might have and things like that. So these could be changed, but by base chance, if you need 1 success and you draw only 1 card, you only have a 55% chance of succeeding, which is kind of shit. But then if you draw 2 cards instead, it jumps up to 88%, meaning, you know, you're kind of inclined to draw 2 cards instead of 1, but, you know, like I said, it's a timer, sort of. The resource. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't know pretty much anything past that. I don't know how we actually break the curse or anything like that. I don't even know what an item card looks like. I don't know what shenanigans we're going to get up to. We're just going to see how it goes. Now, the scenario that we have is called the Voracious Goddess. Since you returned from that expedition, the vision of a strange, gloomy idol it seems to be calling you has been haunting your nights. The piercing cries of a few seagulls pull you out of a deep slumber. They sound so strange, as though they were laughing. You try your best to understand. Where on earth are you? How did you end up in this place? Your memories are clouded, and you seem unable to remember. While sifting through your journal, you come across a handwritten sheet upon which something that looks like a route was drawn, along with several statues. As it so happens, one of the statues looks exactly like the idol from your restless dreams. And then on the other side is this map, I guess. I don't really know how to interpret it. Feet 16. It's numbered. It goes across like a canyon or something. Couple canyons. Or this is just a plateau, and then there's this big idol thing. I don't know. And then there's this thing in the lower left, which I have no idea what that means. So there we go. Yeah, I guess we just sort of go. So there's a whole deck. There's a massive deck. I mean, there's 682 cards in this deck. This is sort of like, sort of like the event and or terrain deck. I guess this is the terrain deck. But I don't know. I mean, it's a big deck, but a lot of cards mention pulling out of that deck. So if we flip this, in addition to whatever that side says, then we spawn the 007 terrain card. When we flip this, we spawn the 009 terrain card. And if we do this action, we spawn the 005 card. I guess. I don't know if it's a terrain card or not. And then this one, I don't know what that symbol means. So let's go over to the icon thing. All involved characters move their figure to the same reachable terrain card. Oh, so you're not actually, that's how you move. I see. Yes, that makes sense. You don't, there's no action to say move. The only actions you do have this sort of skill check involved. So to move technically costs just 1 card. Interesting. Okay, so we have to pick one of these 4 actions right now. Either flipping this, doing this thing, or moving. But we can't move anywhere yet. I guess let's just do this special one on the right. Which is just drawing a card and getting 0 successes. So we go here and we pick 1. Okay. There's a lot to interpret here. We definitely got a success, though we didn't need it. So this is a thing that we could craft. We'd have to craft it using an action. Again, this is another skill test that we could do as an action. We'd have to spend 5 cards to craft it. We don't need any successes, so it's not like, you know, it's not like there's a success or fail mechanism here with the crafting. It's just basically it just takes time, or it takes your effort or whatever. It drains this deck to do it. Now, if I had wood of some type, that would make me draw 3 less cards, so it'd be easier. And if I also had rope or twine, it would also be 2 less. So if you had both, it's just you spend an action and you craft it. Crafting it lets it function as an anchor symbol or a hammock symbol, and then I think it adds 2 stars. And then the lucky 7 thing, which I'll explain eventually. Also, it actually mentioned that specifically, that little banner symbol. Yeah, there's a missing page here, which is annoying. Here. Right, so if you draw a card, if you draw a terrain card or something that has this same banner symbol on it, you instead discard it and you add 5 to the number of the terrain and you draw that one instead. Okay, so after you do a skill test, which we just did, you can take 1 skill card among the ones that were drawn. So we only drew 1 card, but it does have that symbol, so I can actually take that and put it on my sheet. And I don't know, I guess this is an item card. No, I'm not clear on that. Oh, okay, no. It starts as a skill card, so it's in our skill collection. And then if we craft it, it becomes an item card and goes up there. Okay. So as a skill card, it can just be played. No, now I'm not so clear. It's showing. Oh, no. No, okay, I guess that was only for the. I guess we ignore that left side for now. So, I think until I craft this, it's basically useless. I believe. I believe. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, all right. So that's fine. All right. So now we did that. Let's move on to actually resolving the thing, which is getting the 005 card. So we're going to go here, type 005. That gets us the 005. You stand before a nearly 50-foot high rocky peak. The view from up there must be quite interesting. So then we put this here, because this arrow points to wherever we revealed it, which makes sense. Then, as an action, we could climb up to the top of these peaks by drawing one or more cards and getting 2 successes. If we're successful, we get 0.26 and discard this. If we fail, we fall to the unforgiving stony ground below. Each involved character takes a 104 card, which I can't imagine is a good one. Okay. So then that's that. We get another action. I guess I could try and climb. So how many... For 2 successes, then, we'd want to draw 3 cards to have a reasonable chance. Is it worth 3 cards to climb this nonsense? Maybe. I don't know. Let's try doing something else first. We're going to do this. We're going to flip it. We draw 0 cards. We need 0 successes. I mean, things could modify those numbers, I'm sure, where you might need, you know, you might be forced to draw at least 1 card. But for now, I think we just flip this. And we found a life jacket. You've laid hands on a life jacket in poor condition. Okay. So now this is an item. And we put, I think we put a, you have a, okay. 4 seems to be like the standard number. So in the regular game, you use dice to track this, but they just have these handy trackers. So we can use this 4 times. So whenever we do an action that has this symbol, or maybe both symbols, I'm not sure, we can have it do -1 card draw and or an auto or 1 guaranteed success. If we're doing with these symbols, we can have it draw -3, but we also get rid of it. So there's that. Okay, so that was that. Then we also draw 007. So we're going to go here, 007. We get that. Further to the north, the terrain slopes steadily down to the water. Okay. So, yeah. Our starting tile here is 010, so that makes sense. So we can move here. There's no other things around it. But there's 2 other cards that we could spend the time to look at. But then we have to spend a card to move here and probably spend a card to move back. So, you know, it all takes time. But since I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world. So let's spend an action to move up there. We have to draw a card. Alright, we've got one of his unique cards. Life in the Wild. As long as he has this in hand, and he does that shit, he can do that shit. So this can be used an unlimited amount of times, I guess. Okay. Okay. Then we move Ferdinand here. Let's do this thing here, because that caused 0 cards. And go for 011. If there is a something card under the satchel and journal card, you may apply the following effect. Instead of revealing this, you may return it in place, take the card whose number is equal to a 0, 11 plus... well, no. No, that's not the case. Man is lying face down among the rocks. Approaching closer, you notice his clothes are torn and tattered, and his body is swollen and puffy. Parts of the body are mutilated, and the man's skin bulges with what looks like large eggs. Yummy. Okay, so we can inspect him for a card. Oh, he's even there on the map. Look at that. Also, there's a thing in the rulebook where it says that if you on a terrain card, if you find a hidden number, you get to reveal that terrain card, that numbered card. So you always need to be on the lookout. I don't think they'll be like that small or anything, but we always got to check. All right, I guess let's inspect this dude. So we draw a card. We've got this bow, 2 successes. No problem there. So you can only hold a limited number of cards, depending on how many players. So for solo, I can carry 4, I think. I don't remember where it showed that. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, 5. I can carry all 5. Good. All right, so the bow costs 3 or more to craft, so 3. But if I'm doing any sort of combat situation, or what is this symbol? Fishing? If you're bow fishing, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Let's inspect this guy. So 031. Oh boy. This gets returned. Okay. We get this instead. As you lean down to search the corpse, a disgusting creature jumps out of the water and lunges at you. It does not seem to like the idea of you staying near its eggs. Alright, so this means that it's a mandatory test, I believe. I don't remember. Yep, that, okay, mandatory. You have to do this, obviously. 2 or more cards, and you need 6 successes. If we fail, we get the 104 card, which again seems to be just bad news. Okay, but winning seems good. To get 6 successes, I would need to... Oh, God. Even if I drew 6 cards, that's a 22% chance, because you really are meant to sort of bolster that. If I had the bow, this would be awesome. But... oh, boy. And the problem is, I have to do at least 2 just to get my shit pushed in. Alright, draw the 2. So I can take one of these. So the woven basket basically expands your inventory if you create it. The war paint is really easy to craft and can be good for combat or disguising or something. I guess I'll take the war paint. Yeah. Okay, this then gets discarded. We're down to 40 cards there now. And we definitely got our ass handed. After getting bitten repeatedly, you run away. So we take a 104 card. 104. Whoops. Superficial burn, deep cut, or fractured bone. Injuries on the 7th continent can be extremely life-threatening. Alright, so this is a red state card that's called You Are Injured. So you could heal this. You draw 2 or more cards. You need 3 successes. If you fail that, though, you bleed profusely and you take a 105 card. Let me look at what state card means. State cards are harmful cards that players add to their hands. Okay. State. Yeah. Okay, so... Alright, so this is fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. If you already have a state card with the same title in hand, return it to the adventure deck and replace it with the state card they just taken. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because there's multiple 104s in here, and they get, like, progressively worse. They're all numbered 104, I think, but they're actually different. So, yeah. So then, until you return this to the deck, if you take another 104, you'll get, like, the next worse version. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, that's that. So this was not a... This is not a permanent event card like this. This was a temporary thing, so this gets returned now. I think you could probably investigate the body again to respawn the body and then investigate the body again to go back to that encounter, but we're not going to do that. Okay. We're learning. Let's do this other thing where we draw a card to do get 18. Because cards are good. Knowledge is power. Okay. Oh, we're definitely taking it. So we can do this as a test. Draw 1 card, you need 1 success. It has this lock symbol, which I think just means that you can't be... You may not alter the default cost of the action. Unless you use the effects of cards from your hands and or inventories. Okay, yeah. So we basically just have a 55% chance here to take a 003 card. Okay. But that was that. Now we get the 018 card. You've reached the northern end of the island. You have no idea how much time it would take you to reach an area with more abundant resources, but one thing is certain. If you stay on this barren slab of rock, you're bound to starve. Okay. The many reefs that surround the island would surely wreck any craft trying to approach or leave. However, you might be able to swim through them. The sea is calm right now, but this is not the time to be reckless. This doesn't seem smart. It's got that stair symbol. An action all players must get involved in. Okay, that doesn't matter for me then. Yeah, it's a little tricky. If I had the raft, though, the raft would lead us to freedom. But I'm not going to spend 5 cards to make the raft, so for now, that's a moot point. Okay, let's do this knowledge is power thing, just because it seems could be interesting. 1 card, 1 success. Did not get it. Remember, choose 1 skill card in this card pile and add it to your hand, discard this. Okay, so you can always do that. Okay. So this goes here, because we failed. I get this. And then, as a 0 cost action, I can discard this to get this. And then we can try again. No, curse card. Alright, so I don't get to draw anything, and this gets discarded. Alright, well that was that. We tried. Let's move back south. That costs a card. Knowledge is power. Okay. That's good, so we move. Let's do knowledge is power again. Yeah, we did it. Okay, so order of operations here. Consequence happens last. This you can take. Oh, the hand limit is checked at the end. Nice. All right, good. So now I can take this, which is good, and we get this. So this gets discarded, and we get a 003 card. So exciting! A memory from your previous expedition comes to mind. Jimmy, the military demolition specialist, kept repeating, "If a stupid rock is stopping you, you'll get rid of it faster with dynamite than with a pickaxe." Experience point, what? Tip, sometimes it is wise to postpone an action until you have the appropriate equipment. When you need to spend experience points, return this to spend 1. Okay, I think this goes, yeah, this goes here. Alright, I guess that's good. As for this, how about taking a few moments to study the notes that you and your companion took during your previous expedition to the 7th continent? Alright, so again, it's just another 1-1, but we'd get 2 50 cards, keep one and return the other. Alright, I guess let's do it. I don't know if it's wise to do all this shit. Well, that failed. There's no failure consequence, though, so we can just keep doing it. He could make a sick pole. That's a sick pole. Wait a minute, hold on, just a second. No, okay, never mind. It's a cool pole. No doubt. But I don't know, I got a lot of cool shit. I guess get rid of the war paint, maybe that's a little redundant. We'll take the pole. I still failed, though. Still failed. Do it again. Yeah. Another knowledge is power. Okay, well, we did this. We get this. So I get 250 cards. I get to keep one. Search. And search. All right. Pterococcus. This page, torn from a botanist journal, reads, Pterococcus has a typically acrid smell, and its stem conceals a poisonous sap that protects the plant from the local fauna. Sir J.B. Watkins. When this plant can be seen on your terrain card, you have the poison resource. And Vampalina. This page, torn from a botanist journal, reads, Vampalina produces a fragrance that may induce lethargy. It remains to be determined if it is part of the plant's defense mechanism or of its reproductive cycle. Martin J. Sanders. When this plant can be seen on the terrain card, we're better at thinking and doing a hammock. Okay, let's grab this. So this also goes here. I wish it didn't snap, because I'd like to be able to read all that. Okay, and then this gets returned. Done. Okay, that was good. Let's hold off on the knowledge is power for now, and let's do a little bit more exploring. So we'll flip this. Cursed! Anxiety overcomes you. Despite the cold temperature, you are sweating profusely and start to shake uncontrollably. So it's a mandatory action. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mandatory action, 0 more cards. We need 2 successes. Either able to calm myself down, or I'd take a 101. I'd take a 101. Okay, I got nothing to calm myself down, that's for sure. So it's a question of how many cards we want to draw. 2 successes. If I draw 2 cards, it's a 45% chance. 3 cards. That's hefty, though. So you risk your biscuit. Sure, let's do 2. We'll be risky. Nice. Okay, so camouflage outfit or the blowpipe. I don't know. I've got too much shit to craft. That all requires materials. Yeah, I think we just don't take any of that. Maybe that's stupid. I don't know. We're learning. Okay. So I succeeded. So I get a 003. An experience from your previous expedition comes to your mind. Daniel M., the team's anthropologist, taught you that prehistoric man's wisdom teeth were designed to replace their molars as they were eroded by the intense chewing of raw meat. Okay. It's an XP. Eating cooked food enables you to regain far more cards than raw food. Remember to make fire. Yeah, we're working on that. So then... Right, we're going to replace this with a terrain card. I believe this is 0148. Is there a 0148? Or do you just mean 148? Let's put in that. That doesn't exist. That definitely exists. You kneel before the voracious goddess and begin chanting, hoping that she delivers you from the mysterious evil that torments you. I think that's what I was supposed to do. It says 148, and it says, for that symbol, once it has been resolved, discard this exploration card and replace it with an adventure card that belongs there. So, I think I did everything right. The peculiar melody coming from the statue's mouth gets increasingly intense to the point that it becomes almost too difficult to bear. I don't know what statue I have found. So I don't think I did it right. Hold on. Let's Google, shall we? Oh, I'm an idiot. Right. This... This... I don't know what, but this is like the 148th exploration card or something like that. I'm supposed to replace it with 009. All right. Okay. Well, no wonder I was so confused. The ground is totally barren here. In fact, the only vegetation among your surroundings are clumps of red seaweed clinging to the rocks. Plumes of yellowish smoke spurt from the ground from time to time, swirling around a dead seagull. Okay, so this gets dumped. It doesn't matter where we put it, really. I mean, maybe it does, but I don't think so. Those don't really come up or anything. Yeah, I think we're fine. So now we get this. And there's a lot going on here. Let's look for hidden numbers. There's a weird yellow, whitish spurt there. I don't know what's up with that. But I don't see any hidden numbers. Plenty to do here, and we immediately put... Look at that, very fancy, automatically done. So we got more stuff to explore. But we got to get over there, so we're going to draw a card. Bolas. Okay. So I could actually make this for only one card because of that rock symbol that's on both of these cards in the lower right. So for only one card, I could make some bolas, which during combat, one-time use would be really freaking good. Maybe I should grab that. Let's ditch the bow, because who knows when I'll ever get enough to make the bow. I probably will, but bolas. All right, and then we move here. Let's make the bolas. So we just draw one card. Secondary route. Now we get to make the bolas. The bola is a one-time use. That's all good. What do we got here? Secondary route. Discard, so it's a skill test. Discard one exploration card adjacent to your terrain card and replace it with an adventure card that belongs there. Okay, so you can just skip the exploration card and just go straight to putting the terrain there. Which, I mean, as like exploration cards are not always good. They're not always an item or something. That card was a curse that I had to draw fucking 2 cards to get rid of on a chance. So that's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing in the world. And since I have this in my hand, whenever I do a fire or compass action, I can have it play this. It's -1 card draw or 1 success. So I could automatically succeed on this for no cards, which is pretty good. Let's just do that. Let's just, yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just do it. We'll just do it. So let's pick this one. We'll flip it just to see what I ditched. Okay. Fumaroles that are spurting gases, and there were going to be consequences. So good thing I ditched that. And we get the 006 card. There's no smoke here. Some moss and even a few bamboo-like canes grow in this area. Okay, so this goes here. Go on that there. Alright, so we've got bamboo present on this tile. There's also this plant, but we're specifically looking for this plant. There's a difference. Are there any hidden numbers? Oh! No, it's just nothing. Okay. Getting all oh! That's definitely a 14 or a 24. I don't know. I'm gonna go with 14. So I found that. So we're gonna the 14 will confirm if we're correct. Yep, 006. This is the correct card. You frighten a little crab and it scurries into a small hole hidden away among the weeds. Now let me double check if I have to actually be on the tile before no, I mean, it just says when you find a hidden number, you may discard the card on which they spotted it and replace it with the card bearing that number. So there you have it. All right, so it's pretty much identical, except there's another action that we unlock. So hell yeah, boy. Beautiful. Eagle eye. It's probably a little easier on tabletop simulator. Although I guess in real life you would just like look at it very closely and then either see it or not. Okay, good. We're gonna move over there. So this costs 1 card to move onto it. But it's going to cost 2 cards to move away from this area. So that sucks. Oh, but once I have the pole, I can then use it when doing a movement action for -1. So most of the time we'll be able to move for free once we got the pole. Oh, but it only has 4 uses. Gotcha. All right, well, regardless, let's draw a card to move there. Learn by doing. You may discard this during the cost step of an action when you're involved in order to do -3. Wow. -3 to any action. Seems like one of the best things in the game. Okay, we have the bamboo present, so that means we can make the pole for free. This bamboo means it's mine, so basically we're just grabbing a bamboo pole. So let's do that. We can use it 4 times. Yeah, okay. Then let's look at these tracks or whatever that I found. It's a free action, 016. There's something in there. Following the scampering crab, you notice a gleam at the entrance to the hole. You crouch down and reach into the hole to take the object. Metal gear wheel. Small metal gear wheel found in the lair of a crab. Okay. And it gives metal plus 6. Sure. I guess. Okay, so that was good. Did that. Let's flip this card. Thinking ahead. You take some time to ponder your possible options going forward to survive in this hostile environment. One involved character may discard one card with the keyword will from their hand or inventory in order to obtain a success during the result step of the following action. Okay, this is mandatory. I definitely don't have a will card. So I can choose not to put any cards in. I can choose not to draw any cards. In which case I would just lack inspiration. I wouldn't get it. If I do get it, I can choose one skill card in the action deck or discard pile and add it to my hand. I don't know if that's really worth it. And that's the thing, is I don't know if it's really worth it. I mean, on the one hand, I could make this blowpipe. I can make the blowpipe for free. I've already got this kick-ass card for combat if it comes to that, but I don't know. Since I happen to find the bamboo, might be worth it. Alright, I'll put one card in. There's a curse. So I failed. I lack inspiration. Big waste of my time. Alright, so this gets dumped and we put 004 there. Progression in this direction is hampered by many jets of boiling steam. It seems you have to take a steep path to reach the ocean that you can see below. And there you can see, points up to 10, so it all lines up, no doubt. Doesn't really seem like a great place. Look for any hidden numbers. Oh, I like how this... Oh, yeah, the map. Look at that. That all works. Ooh. No, I don't see any hidden numbers. Okay. Okay, so obviously getting to the end of a scenario takes a long time. So there's a saving mechanic. You may suspend and save the game at any time. Board into the pen, except the train card, okay. Oh, so you discard all cards that are on the board, except for the one that we're all standing on. Stack the remaining cards. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm playing on TTS. I don't have to do this. But it said that there are sometimes it's really encouraged to actually save the game because some things only like happen when you save and resume. I don't think I have any of that right now, so I'm not going to bother. We're just going to leave it off here and be all good. We're going to be all good. Very intriguing stuff, I gotta say. You know, a lot of little interesting mechanisms going on here. I dig it. I dig it. It seems like kind of a nightmare to do in person and to handle all these cards and
this fucking massive deck. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of this goes. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Seventh Continent, and I'll see you fine folks in the next part.